Hey everybody, how's it going? I first of all just wanted to apologize that I am making a video so late. Like I haven't made videos for you guys lately just because I've been super sick in and out of the hospital for the past 2 months. For those of you guys who don't know, I have had a cancer diagnosis back in 2012, and basically we're just making sure that I'm still in remission at this point in time. So I'm just kind of awaiting testing and all that good stuff to ensure that I am still indeed in remission. But yeah, on a lighter note, I want to make this review here about my Rubicon now that I have 10,146 miles on her, and I want to just basically give you guys an absolute truth with the pros and the absolute truth with the cons from what I've experienced so far, now that I have really gotten a feel for how this Rubicon is. So I've also made a little list here too, just so I don't lose my train of thought. So this vehicle, it's extremely rugged. I know I've mentioned this in my other videos quite frequently, but I love the ruggedness of it. I love how you can see over your hood really well. You can see the whole road. Super easy to drive this vehicle. You have great big windows, so you don't have any blind spots, which is awesome. There's huge windows. You can see out of it so good. Backup camera is also really phenomenal too. Super crystal clear. Something else that I really like about this Jeep is it's extremely comfortable. Very comfortable vehicle to drive in. I have gone on road trips by myself where I'm driving for 5 hours straight each way, and it's super comfortable. Like, my legs aren't killing me, my back's not killing me, nothing's really hurting at all, but it's a super comfortable vehicle in my opinion. I absolutely love that aspect of it. And I do love how versatile the Jeep is. I love that you could pop off your freedom tops, you could pop off your doors, you can do kind of really whatever you feel like doing. So it's just so cool how versatile it is, not even with the aspect of taking the doors and tops off, but also in the aspect of just how many mods and accessories there are out there for the Jeeps. It's so cool. Still waiting on quite a few JL parts to become available, but once they do, I'm going to be doing some things to my Rubicon, and I'm excited about that. So as far as another thing that I love is I absolutely love the culture that comes with Jeep. It's awesome how, you get waved at all the time and stuff like that. Make sure my music doesn't come blasting at you guys. But I love how you get waved at by people. You wave, and just the whole culture of it, and how, you might come outside and you see another Jeeps parked next to you and you talk with them for a bit. That's just a cool thing. That's one thing that I love about the whole Jeep culture. It's such a huge culture with such a huge following and just so many nice people that you get to meet. So that's something that I really, really love. And as far as another thing that I really, really love, you guys, is I really love that the head unit could hold so many songs. Here, I have my flash drive, and the maximum capacity on the head unit is 20,000 songs on a flash drive. So that's super cool. It never really has issues with, starting back on the song. Sometimes it'll say media files not found sometimes, but it usually generally never has problems with that. So that's super cool. All right. And then one other thing that I really like, there's a couple of other things, is I absolutely love how clear the backup camera is. I'll be able to show you guys. I'm sitting in my passenger seat right now just because my camera, it has a hard time trying to get a good shot when I'm sitting in the driver's seat. So it's a better shot in the passenger seat, but the backup camera is phenomenal. Basically, you can just go here when your vehicle is running and click on backup camera there, and it will show you your backup camera even if you're driving forward, which is pretty neat. So when you're off-roading, you know exactly how much clearance you have and all that good stuff with going over rocks. So that's something that's really nice. It's very clear, and it comes stock on all the Jeeps, which is super awesome. All right, so that's a little bit about the backup camera. Now, moving on, another feature that I would die if I didn't get it, the adaptive cruise control here. Basically, it's all right here, your adaptive, and here's your standard. I've only used strictly the adaptive cruise control. And now this is the box up here, guys, for those of you who might be being like, what is that huge thing there she has? That is the camera. That's for your adaptive cruise control. Some people have complained about it, saying how it's extremely ugly and gaudy and this and that, but the feature is amazing. You could follow close or you could follow a further distance. Now, keep in mind, with the adaptive cruise control, you guys, it's not going to be where all of a sudden you're cruising along and then the car is going to just stop on its own if traffic comes to a dead stop. It does not do that. It slows drastically down, but it will not stop completely. And then it will not like pick up again. So you really have to be paying attention, because I've always been scared to see what it would do. You know, if traffic, everybody slammed on their brakes. Vehicle will slow way down where your head's doing this like, whoa, it's slowing down, but it's not going to stop for you. And I did not want to test it out assuming it was going to stop and then rear end someone, you know, doing 70 miles an hour. So it does not stop. So keep that in mind. That's a little bit how that works, but it's definitely been a lifesaver. I've used it so many times when I'm on the road going, you know, for a 5-hour commute somewhere and back. It's just been great, and I would have been miserable without it. So I definitely recommend it. And then last but not least here, I do really love the turning radius of this vehicle. You could turn so easily. It's really cool, especially with the 2-door. Turning radius is absolutely phenomenal in this vehicle. So that's a little bit about the pros, guys. Like I said, your visibility is great. Look how much room you have here with your visibility. Got big windows. You can see really well out of them. Here's how your windows are. You can see really great. That spare tire is not in your way either, which is awesome anymore with the JL. So moving on to my cons. This is something that's really annoying, guys, but I want to be honest with you and show you. It's pouring down rain, but I'm going to try to make it quick. See, here's how it looks when it's raining. We just got a little bit of water right here. Not too bad. It is a Jeep. You're not going to be completely dry. So, one thing I hate is that this plastic scratches so easily. It's all scratched all over here. And I don't even have people that sit back here is the thing. I never am dinking around with anything back here. There's nothing to scrape on it either. And it just scratches like so easily. Okay. Don't want to get too much water in my vehicle. You can see there's already water all over the seat, all over here, and all over the floor a little bit, and right up in here. So that's a pain in the butt that it scratches. Sometimes like this gets a little dirty easily where it looks like scuff marks are on it. So I'm constantly cleaning this plastic here quite frequently since it looks kind of scratched all the time. The other thing is that, okay guys, I'm going to be real with you for a minute here, but the other thing, hardtop scratches extremely easily. I am kicking myself in the butt right now because when I ordered my Rubicon, I wish I would have gotten a soft top to go with it. I went to Jeep just the other day, and now they're telling me the soft top from factory is $1,900 when it would have been much less when I ordered it. So now I'm going to have to get an aftermarket soft top for about $700, something off Extreme Terrain, and just go that route. But the top scratched so easily. Basically what I've bought is I have purchased, let me show you guys. Where's it at? Okay, here it is. Mopar hardtop. It's like a hardtop lacquer that you put on. So I've had to get this, and I've had to use it already on my hardtop because I got paint missing off of it, and the undercoating is white. And so it just looks really tacky, like really tacky if you don't have some sort of hardtop cover-up lacquer to slap over it. But it scratches so easily, guys, like so easily. And that's just kind of disappointing to me. And I hate that they made the undercoating white. It looks exactly like this. It's like underneath is pure white. So they do scratch extremely easily. It's kind of a bummer because they're not cheap. It costs a lot to replace the hardtops. We're talking a few thousand, $3,000 to $5,000 is what I've been told. So they're not cheap. Something else that I wish that Jeep would not have done is I wish that they would have allowed you to drive with your door open, like inch forward. We're not talking doing 30 miles an hour with your door open, but I'm just talking like if you have your doors attached, you should be able to go like at least 5 miles an hour or less with the door open. I hate that the car stops you. Basically what it will do is if you're driving with the door open to like look at a parking spot, you can't. It'll whip your head forward like this, come to a complete stop and say, vehicle cannot be in motion, door open, so you can't do anything. Like you have to literally shut the door and then figure it out. I just don't get how you could have your doors off and cruise around at 70 miles an hour, but you can't have your doors attached to the sensor and have it open like slightly going 5 miles an hour. Doesn't make sense. And I wish that they would have made a feature where you could just shut that off real quick. Kind of how you can shut your auto start off. I wish they would have done that too. Okay, so that's kind of a little pain in the butt, but it's like whatever. So something else I've noticed too, guys, which is super annoying, and I don't understand this at all, is the heating system in these things. I've talked to 2 different Jeep dealerships, and they're telling me this is completely normal, but it's not normal. So what is happening is I will be cruising along with my temperature set to 75 degrees, for example. It blows decent out of here, kind of cold out of here. And then sometimes it'll go like lukewarm off this one where it's not as hot anymore. And what I've been told is that it's not going to be blowing air that's 75 degrees out of the vents, but it's trying to maintain the cabin temperature of 75 degrees. And so that to me is a first. I've had auto comfort on my 350Z, I've had auto comfort on my Honda Civic, and I've never experienced such fluctuation with the vents before. It just doesn't sound right to me, but they keep reassuring me, 2 different Jeep dealerships, that it is a normal function of the Rubicon. So, or Jeep in general, it's just weird. I wish that it wasn't like that, and I wish it was more kind of like what I'm used to with the heat aspect of it. Moving on to heat aspect, I have the heated steering wheel, the cold weather package in this vehicle, and something that's a bit odd too is it doesn't always stay the same temperature. The wheel sometimes will be lukewarm, it'll be super hot, and then sometimes it'll be as if it's not even on. I brought it in for service the other day and they said nothing's wrong with it. And it's been going on ever since I've had the vehicle, now almost 10,200 miles later. So I've been told it's normal, but it does vary quite a bit in temperature. It's never always the same. So that's a little bit frustrating, but it does do the trick. So it just does get annoying when it's like lukewarm where it feels like it's not even on. And then last but not least, guys, something else that's a little bit odd is, for example, with the Uconnect system, like I have all my music. I spent so much time organizing this stuff with artists, and say for example if I want to listen to 1112, once I get to the very last song of this group, basically what happens is it goes back to 1112 again. It doesn't go to 2 chains. It doesn't go down the list, even if repeat is off. So that is strange. So how I play my music is I just go into songs and then I just start playing them like that. I just play them down the list. And now I'm on 121 out of 20,000. So that's the easiest way for me to keep it consistent, where it doesn't start back from the beginning and you're not constantly fiddling around with your radio. So there you have it, guys. That's my honest review of the Rubicon, the things I like, the things I don't like about it. Was it worth $60,000? Yeah, I would say yes, because all the pros for me outweigh the cons, and I'm very happy with this vehicle, and I definitely plan on having it for many years to come. I've had a lot of good times in it with family, with going to events and going off-roading and all that good stuff. So many more years to come. I would say if you want something that's rugged, handles phenomenally in all weather types, go with the Jeep. You won't be disappointed. Even if you don't get the Rubicon, you could even go with the Sport or Sport S or even the Unlimited Sahara. So yeah, it's just phenomenal though. I love my Jeep. I can't get enough, but I just wanted to be brutally honest with you guys. And thanks again for watching, everyone. Thanks to all you new subscribers. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.